side markers. 2 for 2, baby.
Oh my.
They just look so damn good. They sold me.
Alright guys, what's going on? Welcome back to another episode. Today, we got the FRS, and that is because we have a few items in the corner over there. We are going to upgrade the lighting per se on the FRS that I've been holding on to those parts for a half a minute now, and I've been waiting to throw those parts on this car because it is a major upgrade. You guys might have an idea of what they might be, but we were able to locate them. We're looking far and wide on Marketplace to find a used set because we're not going with a brand new set. We don't necessarily have to restore them, but we're gonna polish them up and possibly put a coat of wax on them, as well as maybe PPF to preserve how they're gonna look for the future. It's gonna come down to the headlights. So today's episode, we are going to be tackling the headlights on the FRS. These are the 13 to 16 pre-facelift headlights on this car for the FRS. They are on the dimmer side. The argument that could be made is that they look outdated. Personally, I don't really mind them. I do like the look that they have. They retain the chrome style housing, whereas the ones that we have are the black housing. And one might argue that the chrome housing on this car will even flow better with, you know, the wheels that we have going on and the accent lights on this car. But needless to say, it's been a long time coming. I did want to take these headlights out and put some freshen them up a little bit, put some brand newies in here, as well as we have, you guys know we have our silver Model 7s here, and I think we did one thing to the BRZ that I think would complement this car as well, and that's to swap these side markers out. We did get those brand spanking new, so I'm very excited to throw those in. And come with me in the back area here. You guys might remember when we threw these on the FRS, and these are the Tom's JDM style taillights. You cannot get these anymore. They are discontinued, and I would say they go for a few hundreds, a decent amount. A lot of people prefer these, a lot of people like them, and I would say they're decently sought after. However, as much as I like the red on red look, one of my favorite looks for these cars, and I wanted these taillights from the beginning. Before I even got this car, the red Tom's taillights sold me on this car immediately. I think we're gonna change them out. We're gonna change them out for now, and that is only because with our headlights, we happen to pick up a set of facelift taillights from a GT86. So I don't know, I really like that look as well because it has the white kind of innards on it, and I think that would go really well with what we're kind of trying to achieve with this car looks wise, and they're still good. They're OEM, number one, and number two, they seal properly, and they cause no issues. We're gonna end up popping these out in today's episode, seeing how we like the facelift taillights. Yeah, it's gonna make me miss these, but we'll have them in the background. Who knows, maybe we'll clean them up a little more and kind of put another, like a ceramic coat on them or something. I forget if I ceramic coated these, I don't remember. Yeah, we're gonna dive into the install in today's episode and kind of see how, obviously, the facelift taillights, the headlights, match up to our 13 FRS. You have to pull the front bumper to get this done, as well as there's going to be a few different things you're going to want to have if you're going to be upgrading your headlights on your FRS to the more favorable GT86 headlights, the facelift ones, or even the BRZ headlights as well, because the 13 FRSs come with a 6-pin harness. You're gonna need an 8-pin harness you could get like on eBay or anything like that to connect it to the engine harness to get them to run. We got a couple of tools. Hopefully this is gonna be enough, but like I said, there's only a few push pins, clips, a couple of bolts that we have to take off. So just a quarter drive socket set, screwdriver for those fender liner clips because they are screw type, and then these guys, this thing for clip popper for the clips. So we'll go over the small ones first, these small pieces. This is the part number if you want to do the upgrade yourself. We'll go ahead and, can I take these out? I don't know if I can, yeah. Boom. So here we have the JDM side markers. Been wanting these for a minute. I waited to see if any used pairs would come up. However long I've owned this car for, I could not find a used set of these, so I was like, you know what? let's just buy them. I think we imported them or something, so we waited a little bit to get them here. I don't remember. I honestly don't remember. But we got them. Clear style. Finally get rid of those orange side markers. Do not like them. I guess we'll jump to the taillights real quick because I'm still excited about these. Dang it. I definitely did not forget to clean these up. I guess we'll clean them up together. But these are the taillights. Yeah, crusty old gasket. Don't worry, we've got new ones from Gasket Ninja. Shout out to Gasket Ninja for providing taillight gaskets for this chassis. Super duper cool. But yeah, we're dropping stuff all over the place. We'll go ahead and replace these gaskets because you definitely want new. If not, water will get in and they just don't seal properly. So we'll do that at some point. Yeah, these are them. They aren't in the worst condition, but they have kind of minor scratches here and there. Nothing is broken on them, so I'm pretty hyped about that. But we could definitely polish them up a little bit, make them look brand spanking new. So I'm very excited to kind of get those going on this car and make it look like a GT8 6. And then these headlights. Man, I don't remember the last time I looked at these, but I know I was pretty excited when I saw them. So these are the harnesses that you're gonna need. Hopefully nothing is broken in this. I see a bolt in there. I don't remember the last time. I got these like a year ago, to be honest. I got them so long ago, but headlights. Yeah, these are the connectors, the adapters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, that's 8 pin, I believe, right? Yeah, maybe. I don't know. We'll figure it out. If we run into a problem, you guys will be the first to see. But the headlights. Holy crap, dude. Let's take these out. I'm really hoping everything goes well with this install. These look kind of nuts. Holy crap. Nothing broken on them. I don't remember the last time I looked at these, and I don't even inspect them for like any breaks or anything. But I think we are good to just link these up and go. Yeah, these could definitely, I can't tell if these are all like chips. I hope they're not, but these will definitely benefit. They're not terrible. They don't have like clouding, but they'll definitely benefit from maybe like a light sand. That's pretty much it. Then a polish, and we'll be good on these. But I kind of want to come over here and just like, dude, whoa, that looks crazy. Oh my god, I cannot wait to get these on the car. The black housing was kind of throwing me off, like before I never even done this. I haven't even done this yet to this car, but I was afraid that the black housing wasn't gonna flow. But man, it just like with these accents, the black, it goes too well. Like I can't pass them up. I do like the chrome housing, but these even say 8.6 on them, and it's just like this kind of chrome piece here. These headlights they're so good looking. Let's get them on the car. All right, so we pop the hood. All right, let's see what we gotta do to pop this front bumper off. I don't even know if these like bolts are factory style. I don't know, because the front bumper was obviously off at some point in time on this car. If you guys didn't know, the fender is a different color, which is no big deal. We'll obviously tackle that when the time comes. Right now, it's not during the car, but you know, it's not like another car's fender that we have that is actively just an eyesore. But this car, at least, it's like very not noticeable. Well, it's less noticeable. But yeah, we gotta tackle that fender at some point. So front bumper, maybe power tool would help. We have these two guys on the end here. You can disconnect your battery. I mean, the battery was already disconnected on this car. I just kind of rolled it over here, me and Anthony. You can't disconnect the battery just in case. You don't want to get water in your harnesses, connectors, adapters, all that crap. But this will be the first time we off the front bumper on this car. So we'll be able to see the business that's going on down here. And honestly, dude, damn, that makes me want to put the oil cooler on this car. So we did end up getting an HKS Gen 1 oil cooler for our BRZ when we were installing the turbo, and we didn't end up using it because it interferes with the BRZ front accent piece. So you have to trim that, you have to cut it, and I didn't want to cut my BRZ bumper, so I couldn't return that kit. So what we can do, throw it on this car. We'll pop these clips here. Few clips. Very lucky that these clips are still intact. It is really nice going from a car like the one over there to a car like this where everything is still in operating order, working condition. Would like to clean this up. Didn't really think about it. You have to take the side guys out. So this is all fine and dandy. Now, the wheel is in the way. Yeah, because I definitely do not want to take the wheel off. And you don't need to at all. Wait a minute. What's going on here? These guys are so annoying, dude. There we go. When they get old, they just keep turning. Well, we're not taking the front bumper off completely, but I do want to show you, this is my first time taking the front bumper off of this car, so we get to see the integrity of the front bash bar, crash bar support. It's still original. We have the VIN sticker right there, which is good. Just trying to see if there's any damage, which doesn't seem there is. We broke a few clips along the way, but we'll grab more. There is, when you're taking the front bumper off, you have 1, 2, 3, and then there's 2 in this area, I think. And then there was one like hidden up here, like right there, you see? So that one we kind of broke on the other side because I didn't know it was in there, which it's fine. Throw old clips, we'll replace them. That's these kinds. Ideally, I'd want to clean the whole, like the whole inside of this front bumper, and then everything else and so on. But I think what we'll do is we will get the headlights all settled, and then once we do the repainting job on this car, then we'll go ahead and, you know, obviously clean the whole front bumper, clean the whole front end. Very excited to do that. Doing this, having the front bumper apart, kind of motivates me to get that done. Like if I could drop this car off, well, not drop it off, but if I could bring it to the shop today and get started on that, I definitely would. Yeah, man, let's get these headlights out and get started on that. Oh yeah, and I totally forgot to say, you guys see the paint where the clips is? You see how easy it's flaking off, which makes sense because if you take a look at the tow hook, well, the cap cover, it's a different shade of red. So it seems like maybe the front fender was hit as well as the front bumper in a way, or they might have painted it to kind of blend it for, you know, an insurance claim. But yeah, no, damage is not present to the chassis of the car, which is good news. When it comes to the fender as well, there's no damage on the inside there because I wouldn't have bought it if there was. And front end is also good. But yeah, let's swap those headlights. All right, so we had to grab a few more tools because we didn't want to take the bumper off all the way, which if you're able to, then you can. There's a few clips on the bottom, a few bolts, but I don't want to take it off today, being a little lazy. So we grabbed an extra tool to kind of fit our ratchet in there and peel the bumper back and grab that bolt that is holding in the headlight bracket. Other than that though, there's a few clips on the side. It's pretty straightforward. So we also got some cleaning supplies. Well, just a rag, some new clips, some new clippies to be able to do the thing when it comes to that. Some lubricant, dry lubricant to hit those bolts with, let them soak, whatever. And yeah, hopefully this extension setup will be good enough to get the job done. What else are we bringing here? I think that's it. Yeah, let's do it. And I forgot to go over this guy. This is black super weather strip adhesive by 3M. It is kind of like RTV, but is not. If you put RTV to seal the taillight gaskets, it is not made for the rubber gaskets that are included for the taillights. So this is the proper stuff you want. You could also use this on different kind of rubbers to seal things, but this is exactly what you're gonna need to seal the taillight gasket around the taillight itself. This way, we don't get any water in there and short out any of the connections. So we got our blaster. Here. We are gonna hit the bolts up just so they're nice and lubricated. Damn, that's what I should have done. I should have grabbed some black paint and coated these, like painted them. like to redo them. But I also forgot to add a wire brush to clean those bolts with, but it is what it is. We don't really need them. They're not like that old, so we'll let them sit. And this stuff, what's nice about it, it's dry lubricant as opposed to using like regular PB blaster, like the wet lubricant. You know, when we pick those up in a few minutes, they'll be completely dry and they'll still be lubed, so we can just thread them in and the threads won't be like terrible on the inside here. I would shoot it in here too, but that stuff, as you saw, it's like paint the way it kind of comes out, so it's better to just hit the bolts with it, screw them in, call it there. I don't even know if this is gonna work, to be honest, but I grabbed all that I need. Dang it, Bobby. Get in there. I don't know where that guy went, but I think we got the headlight out. Yes! Whew. Headlight out. It's not too fogged up. A little fog on top, but I think we're good. So I'll put this guy to the side. Yeah, we lost the bolt for the headlight bracket on that side. I can't find it, so we're gonna do this side. 2 for 2, baby.
Oh my god. Well, look, it sounded like it landed on plastic.
Goddamn. Alrighty, well, all this kind of dirt, we're gonna clean it, so give me a sec. Alright, so we got one side in. Goddamn, it looks freaking mint. But we got one side in. We were fighting a little bit of a battle trying to get it in because we don't have the front bumper off. Like I said, kind of being lazy with it, but if you're gonna do this job, obviously take the front bumper off if you can. We're on the lower side and I don't feel like getting on the ground to take those bottom clips off. Glad I didn't because this floor is very dirty, ruined by nice jeans. Anyways, we have this pretty much fully bolted in for the most part. However, there's one bolt on the bottom to the headlight bracket assembly we have not bolted in. Because I want to test the headlights real quick with you guys, kind of get a first reaction. So we connected the battery, the neg terminal, and now before we get this side all wired in and connected, we have this side. So we're with the harness that was included in that kit, which I believe is a VLAN kit the kid gave us. Shout out to him, by the way, in New Jersey. Shout out. I said I'd give him a shout out, and that's what I'm doing because he hooked us up on these headlights and the taillights. So he gave us a very good deal. So thank you, sir. We have a ground cable. We have a yellow, which adds something, and then we have a white. If we take a look, there's daytime running light, which is the white, and then if we look at the yellow, it is the turn signal light. So the problem is I don't know what these wire up to in particular. I haven't looked it up. However, I think what I want to do, because it's late right now and I want to kind of get the headlights in and working, I'm going to bolt everything back up because I'm assuming if I need to wire these guys up, I could access whatever I need to through the top. That's what I'm hoping for. If not, then we'll run it, you know, for the time being without whatever these are. But I'm assuming everything might work. Worst comes to worst, we'll I don't know, we'll wire it up. Yeah, let's test it. Let's test it. All right. Let's see. Okay, they look pretty damn good, I gotta say. Damn, they could definitely use a sanding. With the light on, you could see all the rock chips, which is unfortunate. And the thing is, to do a sand job like this, like how the heck are we supposed to get inside of here? So usually I would do it off the car, like pull the headlights and do the sand job off the car and restore these. But for now, we're gonna leave it as is. Once we kind of pull the bumper off again, then we'll go ahead and fix these up. But they look pretty good. The daytime running lights, these are supposed to be on. So, damn. No. The blinkers don't work. Oh, man. And I don't even think our low beams work either. Nah. Because the low beams are supposed to be these daytime running lights. We need to do some wiring. All right, well, that sucks. I think we're gonna grab some food and then we'll have to come back to this because, yeah, we'll have to do some wiring real quick. So I'll see you guys in a minute. Alrighty, so it is almost 12 at night. So pardon the tiredness. I've been up all day, but we are finishing this job one way or another. So currently, the FRS as it stands, we have the one headlight in. That's where we left off. We got some food and he dropped them off. We're back here once again to finish the job. We got my little brother in the Z. The part that stumped me is wiring this piece up. So you guys know we got the 6 to 8 pin, the 6 male to 8 pin female harness adapter. You're gonna want this. It makes life a lot easier. However, you still have some wiring to do. So that being said, we have a black ground, we have a yellow turn signal, and then we have a white daytime running light. See the blue goes into your car harness, the white goes into the new headlight, whether it's the BR086 headlight to get that daytime running LED strip to power on. If you have an FRS, you can choose to wire it into your turn signal right here. You would splice it in to one of the wires, the red wire, that piece, but the red wire going into the harness, and that would basically make the daytime running lights blink at the same time when you have your blinker on. So I'm going to choose not to do that. Number one, because I don't think it would look too great to have two blinkers going. I don't really think that makes a lot of sense for this car, at least, because the bottom piece would be going, and so would those. So we're going to take the yellow wire, tidy it up, crimp it up this way, it's out of the way. The white wire, basically the forum read up that I was reading at was, they said to bring it over to the daytime running light resistor, which is this little power brick down there, and unplug it, disconnect it, because it supplies, I think, constant voltage to your original HID headlights, and it does not work with the LEDs that we have in this car, with these headlights. So it is recommended to disconnect it. I don't know if the video I'm watching says to disconnect it, but I am going to go ahead and disconnect it because I do not want to burn out the daytime running lights on these headlights, and it doesn't make sense to leave it plugged in anyways. Only thing that I'm kind of running into is if I do disconnect it, then number one, the sensor is going to be exposed. I'm going to figure out what to do with that sensor because it's going to be exposed. And then another thing, which we'll look at our other headlight here. Looking at this headlight, we'll turn it over, and we have our 8-pin harness, and then we also have this little piece here, this whatever that is. So that's a problem that has kind of arose because I don't know what that is going to be plugged into. This harness, I don't know if there was supposed to be another piece that plugs into there and that allows the daytime running light to work, or I'm guessing that is the case, that if you had a GT86 17 plus, then you would plug in a piece from the harness into that connector there, and your daytime running lights would work. Because that is exposed, it is exposed metal, what we'll probably end up doing is, if we could get the headlights working, the daytime running lights, after splicing them into the car's harness, then we'll just end up taping that with some electrical tape and calling it there, because we won't need them. Pigtail harness that you're going to get, this side is going to go into your headlight, and then the blue side is going to go into the car harness. What you're going to do to get the daytime running lights to work is you're going to swap the white wire over to the right there, and that's the way it's going to work. If not, it doesn't work. So you come in here and you're just going to pop this white guy up with a flathead screwdriver. It unlocks the pins, and then you'll pop the white one out, pop this guy out, swap them over, call it a day. So that's step numero uno. Step number two is, well, plug that guy in, and then we have the wires to work with to splice in. Grab a light so you guys can see. We're going to splice into the red and white wire that's coming from the car's harness. That is only on the driver's side. And you have a lot of wire there to kind of work with, which is nice. So we're going to kind of conjoin them. You can splice it by splitting it, but there is kind of like, I forgot what they're called. It's like a conjoin thing, a jumper basically. So you crimp both of the wires together into the jumper, and then you push the metal piece down and it splices them together. So that's the thing we're gonna use. I'll throw it up on screen or in the description down below so you guys have a method to the madness here. And then when we come to the passenger side, we have a different harness. Whoop-de-doo. Crazy. Different harness going on here. Look at that. Very, very complex for no reason, but you're gonna have to peel, you're gonna have to cut this electrical tape back. This way you have more wire exposed, and then we're gonna do the same thing, but only to the white wire. On this side, it's not gonna be the red wire, but it's gonna be the white wire. There's 2 white wires there, which I'm just noticing. Which white wire to connect it to? I'm gonna say it does not matter for now. If it does matter which wire to connect it to, I'm gonna throw it up on screen because I am gonna have to obviously go over this and see what I messed up, what I didn't. But I'm gonna go ahead and say that it doesn't matter which white wire that we're gonna connect to. But either way, this is what you're gonna connect to the car's harness to get your daytime running lights on the passenger side. Down there is the daytime running light resistor that we need to unplug and block off. We'll see how to block that guy off. So we got the resistor disconnected. To get it disconnected, you're just gonna press down on this piece on the right, and then it disconnects like that. Show you guys what we're gonna do. So this is the leftover harness. All we're gonna do is we're just gonna wrap this guy with some electrical tape and then kind of tuck it out of the way. This way, because it's exposed, we don't wanna short anything out on that end. We got the other side headlight. We are gonna attempt to throw it in here. All right, so we'll feed this guy in here. So, boom, like that, and then because that's like that, I think we could get that bolt started to hold the headlight in. Take our dirty headlight bracket that I thought I cleaned, but I guess I didn't clean it good enough, and we still have cobweb stuff on it, so that's cool, but we'll get it on here. Peel the front bumper back, and I proved that we could complete this job without removing the front bumper as I wanted to. That it was my goal of today's video. Install headlight on FRS without removing front bumper. Nah, I'm just kidding. I definitely was lazy. I did not want to pull the front bumper on this lowered car without a jack. I definitely did not want to be on this floor. Alrighty, so it is the next day. It got pretty late last night, so we decided to come back here in the morning. Let me show you the piece that we did pick up. These, I forgot what these are called, but I'll link these down below as well. This is so we don't need to more or less splice in the wires. We run 2 wires through here, and then we'll close down the pin, and then it'll cut through the wires, exposing the copper, and then we'll splice them 2 together. So that is what we're gonna use. I forgot what these were called, but yeah, we're gonna use those. Got these because we're gonna need them to ground those wires, but that is our plan for the headlights. And what I was reading up online is that we're gonna need to level these headlights once we are all finished, once they're wired up, because they might be unleveled. However, for now, so we have the backs exposed here. They are they're plugged in, but the wires are exposed. So we are going to take our new side markers, not those are the old ones. We're gonna pop the new side markers in. Yeah, basically put this together, put the side markers on, and then take the FRS for a little drive to somewhere that is not absolute freezing down here. And then we will wire up the headlights as well as take a look at the taillights, get the taillights done, kind of maybe bring them in the house, and throw the gaskets on them, let them sit for a minute, and then come outside and toss them on. We got the JDM clears. And totally forgot, we have a photo shoot in a few hours. We need to make it in time for that. Yeah, it's a new merch drop for Street Jewls. Super excited about that. Like that, right? And then there's a clip that goes there. Yes, is this true? Then there's a clip that goes on the bottom. So, let's see how we can do this without breaking it. It's like popping out a little bit. I don't remember if the other ones popped out a little bit too, to be honest. Now we are on the clock. So, we need to hurry up and finish it up ASAP. Of course this piece got pinched. Are you kidding me? And I just realized how the amount of time I've owned this car, you could see the runs right here from this front bumper being painted. That's freaking crazy, dude. That is bizarre. So they did try to blend this fender, and they failed. They failed. And of course, with this damn side marker, same thing on the OEM ones. When they took it out and put it back in, this little gasket thing on the edges just absolutely gets obliterated because it's, what is it for? It doesn't serve any purpose besides to get obliterated when putting these in. So we still have some time left before our shoot with the BRZ. We are gonna take the FRS out real quick, like go grab some food and see if we can get those headlights wired up properly. Let's start her up. I just want to say, as I'm driving this car right now to our install spot, I just thought to myself that I want to share with you guys, how did they nail this car so good? How did they make it drive so damn good in the corners? Like, I wish I could understand how this car drives. Like, you're so in control, and when you go into a corner, it's like a go-kart. I say it again and again, it's like a go-kart. I think that's pretty much it. That's all I wanted to say. I was going to the corners in this area, and I was thinking to myself, going from the Z to this car back to back, like, it makes me appreciate how well this car drives. Not to say the Z does not drive good, because it did. I'm not gonna say it impressed me, but it did drive good in the corners. But this car, the twins, drive like no other car I've driven, and that is why I was sold on them from the start. Like, there's not another car that matches the way these cars drive, I would say, from the factory, from my experience at least. All right, so we're gonna pop our taillights out real quick to see if we have two sensors that need to plug into the taillights. I don't remember if we needed them, but on the facelift taillights, there's only one sensor, so we're gonna pop these out and take a look real quick. So I think we're in luck. Boom, one harness there, so we are in luck. We could pop the new taillights in. All right, let's get this done because it is getting way too cold out. Dude, I am so conflicted right now. I don't know what to do. I do not know what to do. I really like the look of the Toms. Like, they just look so damn good. And they, like I said earlier in the video, they sold me. They sold me on the look. I mean, like the red Toms, specifically on like white or blue BRZ 86s. Looks so good. And the red, I wanted to try it out, and I ended up really liking it. And it's stuck. But I think over the time, I think it became a little too much red. That's just IMO. And that is kind of what led me to wanting or deciding to pick up these taillights, the facelift ones. And it just goes with the overall look. Like, if you look at this car from this angle, it just, like, it looks newer. It looks like a facelift 86 with these taillights. I mean, it makes sense, obviously, because they're from that car, but it just kind of goes with the car. And then we come from this side, and it looks a lot different. It just looks a lot different. It doesn't really look OEM. It is damn cold out, so I think what we're gonna do is pop in the other taillight, and we're gonna go with it. That's why I wasn't filming me popping out the Tom taillight, because I was like, am I really gonna do this? Am I gonna do this? And yeah, I just want to share my thoughts with you guys, because I really do like the Tom's taillights. I think I would feel a lot better if they still manufactured the old Toms, those, especially if the JDM Toms are easier to get, but they're not, and getting my hands on those was not fun. I was hunting for them for a minute. I think the only other taillight that I would consider is the JDM Kouki style, which is just it's basically the pre-facelift taillight, but instead of this little area right here on the USDM version, it's red, but on the Kouki, it is white, it's clear. And I really like the way those look, and I think it would complement this car, well, our car in particular, as well as I think it's just a better look overall. So let us pop in the other taillight. I'm actually pretty happy that we did that. It looks freaking mint. Luckily it kind of warmed up a little bit, so we are not too cold, but we're gonna go ahead, get this guy out. What the hell was that? Oh no. Dude, I heard something just drop. I don't know what it was. I really have no idea. And I'm not too happy about it. Man, I'm gonna miss these Toms in the corner. JDM Toms. These are so nice, dude. I'm probably not even gonna sell these, to be honest. Like, these, you cannot find these. You cannot find them, and they just look so damn good. We might even go back to these one day, but for now, putting them up, we're putting them on a shelf for later. Now, let us get this guy in. So we've made it to the parking garage. Headlights are working. Woo! Am I so happy that, look at that. Oh my god, dude, it looks so good. The facelift 86 headlights are peak. I know a lot of people like the facelift BRZ headlights. I think those look really good too, but these are also really aggressive with the daytime running lights, and they're just bright as hell, dude. I was coming down a road today, well, when I was done with the install, I was coming down the road where there were no street lamps, and man, is it bright. It is freaking bright, dude. Look at that. Next up on the chopping block on this car, at least, we have a few things to tackle, I would say. Number one, I kind of want to get a custom vanity plate to eliminate whatever the hell that is. So we'll get rid of that. At some point, obviously, I want to mess with the badges on this to put Toyota. That's, that's my conflict on this car. I did want to mess with that at some point, but I think that is soon. Wheels, the wheel spec, because we're still not perfectly dialed in. We're not wheel to fender, and that's Jewls spec. Like, we're not dialed in exactly. I really love the Model 7s, but we have to either make them fit like exactly how we want them, or we have to look for a different setup. So I'm kind of conflicted on that because, like I said, really like the Model 7s. They look really good on this car, but we have to figure something out on that end. And then I guess the other thing would be a lip kit. I guess a small spoiler. I mean, you could kind of expect that, you know, but I'll just put it in the air. I'll put it out there. If you made it to this point in the video, then I guess you can anticipate a lip kit for this car. I'll just say the BRZ's getting some love, and the FRS is next up in line. So we'll get that done soon. But that is where I'm going to wrap up today's video. I do want to thank you guys so much for making it to the end of today's video. It really means the world, as well as dropping a like down below and sticking around. Subscribe. Stick around for the content we got going on, the BRZ86, and, well, we got the newly acquired 350Z over there. Let me know down below what kind of headlights, taillights you guys are running on your BRZ86, and if you're going to be doing this upgrade, not very easy to come by, I would say. I was hunting these for a minute, or just any headlight in general. We did pick up a set of BRZ pre-facelift headlights, and we were just about to restore them, and these popped up, and I was like, what? So, and these were great, like these were good condition compared to the BRZ ones. The BRZ ones had fog, and I was like, oh man, like am I going to be able to get it out? But we ended up selling them to somebody that was going to restore them anyway, so I was like, okay, so it worked out pretty well. Very happy with our FRS, with the upgrade, the headlights, even the taillights. Let me know down below, what is your favorite taillight for the twins, as well as, I guess, what's your preferred headlight for this car? I'm really like how this car is sitting with the GT86 headlights as well as the facelift taillights. But other than that, though, it's freaking late. I gotta go to work tomorrow, and I need to get the heck up out of here and go eat some dinner because I'm freaking starving. Check me out down below. Check me out, Jolene Telesco, everywhere. Instagram, TikTok, all that cool stuff, behind the scenes content, which is cool. You could become a member if you want to see content early. We're trying to work on that. I get you guys early content. Super stoked. We have a ton of work to do, and I need to get to work. So let me stop blabbing. Check out all the cool stuff in the description down below. I'm gonna get the heck up out of here, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.